guys, we are back with another kit video, and this time we are doing our mixology color chart kit. We have two options for this kit, and one is the cool tones and then one is the warm tones. So we will be showing both examples. You guys can go ahead and open up your box and do this along with us. If you don't have one of these kits, make sure to visit DIYpaint.co to find a local retailer near you, or visit DIYagogo.com. Go ahead and take your stencils out. You're going to want to tape them down. It's going to make it a lot easier when applying the paint so it doesn't move. So just take a little paint, rub it off on a paper towel because you only need a little bit, and you're going to want to do circles. Circle, circle, circle. Circle is the best way for stencils so that it doesn't bleed through. So go ahead and apply your DIY color mixing kit stencil on. DIY paint dries pretty fast, so once you get to the end of this, it should be good to go. Go ahead and remove the top stencil. You're going to apply either the warm tones, if you got that one, or the cool tone ones right underneath, and then the little cute truck logo next to it. Go ahead and do the same technique with applying those ones. You're going to grab your box stencil out, and later Debbie realized that actually using chalk works better in case you want to readjust where you want these. It's easier to erase chalk rather than pencil. You guys can keep a glass of water by you for rinsing out your brush. For the paint strips, we like to cut them out individually just so it's easier to move around. You can do this, it's optional, no worries if not. Alright, here is the exciting part. We are going to make some colors. You guys can make whatever colors you want, whatever shades of the colors you want. To make it lighter, you're going to add the lighter paint. To make it darker, you're going to add more darker. Just keep track of the ratio, and then once you guys love a color that you create, you can actually use your color custom recipe chart, and you could put all the colors that you used, and then you can do a fingerprint of how the color turned out. You guys can write notes, you can write your ratio so that you don't forget, but these charts are awesome. And then you also have the back of those posters to write extra notes. So you're going to apply your first color, and DIY paint is very pigmented with only 9 ingredients, so we love using water with it. It will activate the paint and also just take it a long way. So make sure to use water to drag out your paint and to get it to soak into the color chart. For creating these different shades of the colors, most of the time you guys won't need to wash out your brush. It just depends on what shade you want. Debbie's going to use the same colors and then just add a little bit more yellow, and that's going to give it a pastel, yellowy, fun, amazing look. She's just going to apply it. These color charts are great for display, and we want it to look artistic and hand painted, so don't worry, let it bleed off. We don't want these to be perfect. Use your own artistic thoughts and just have fun with it. If you guys are using a lot of water to drag out your paint, make sure that you're painting on a countertop or you have a cardboard piece underneath just in case it bleeds through. Make sure that you guys write down your favorite recipe mixture and name it. Now Debbie is going to be adding just a little bit of red to the color palette. Mix it up. DIY paint works really well on fabric, furniture, and wood because it is 5 times more pigmented, so you can use it like a dye. Now Debbie is just activating the paint and adding just a tiny bit of water, mixing it up, and you see how far just a tiny bit of this paint will go. So now Debbie is going to try and get a lighter color, so she did go ahead and rinse out her brush. And remember to use your water to just drag out the paint. Debbie is not going to rinse her brush because she's going to be using the same colors. She's just going to be adding more yellow this time to create a buttery look. If you guys want this to look more free-handed, you can go out of the stencil when applying the paint to the boxes. So you guys can see the color palette looks like there's barely any paint on it. Debbie's just gonna add a tiny bit of red and mix it up. You can see really how far the paint can drag out when using water, so you only need a tiny bit. Look at that, we already got one row complete. Now we are going to add some green to our color chart, and Debbie is going to do 50-50 right now and just mix this up. For the second shade of this green, Debbie's just now going to add more yellow to the palette and mix it up and apply it to the one on top. Now for this third shade of green, Debbie is going to be adding a lot more yellow. So I would say it's about 80-20, and you're just gonna mix it up, and she's applying this color to the top so it goes in order lightest to darkest. And remember to use your spray bottle or dip your brush into some water and add it to your mixture to get all that paint. Now she's just adding yellow to the same palette color, mixing it up, adding some water, and applying it. I love that just by adding different ratios of the colors, you can create so many different shades. I love this kit. I would call this color Sunshine and Daydream. All right, we're bringing out the blues. Debbie is grabbing the Hey Sailor and mixing it with some of the green. Right now we are just going about 50-50, and we are gonna swirl, swirl, swirl it around and apply it to this bottom box. Now Debbie is adding a touch more blue to the palette and creating this awesome blue color. She's gonna add it right next to the green box on the other side. So now we're gonna try to make some purples. We're gonna open up the red and just add a little bit to the same palette mixture. Once you mix it, you can see just how pretty the colors change and all the shades that you get. So she is just applying this one right above the blue, and you can see it's almost like a purple, but it's still navy-ish. And now this next one, she's adding more red. I love this color, it's like a maroon. And just remember, you guys, you can play around with the colors. So she's keeping her palette the same and just adding more blue to it, and now adding white. So you guys can just figure out the ratios that you want. And remember, if you guys want it to be lighter, add that lighter color, the white or a yellow. And then if you guys want a darker color, add those darker colors in, which would be the blue or the purple. And you guys will be able to create all these different shades. There's so many colors that you guys can make with this. If you are watching this video and don't have a kit, just a reminder that you can go to DIYpaint.co. I'm going to drop the link in the description box to find a local retailer near you. You can visit them in store, or most of them have websites as well. And a lot of these retailers will have these kits. If they don't have them, they can always order one for you. And we also sell them on DIYgogo.com. All right, the Warm Undertones color chart is done. You can see just by using these 6 colors, all of the awesome shades that she was able to get. She did this kit before, and all of the other colors turned out completely different. So awesome how many shades you can get. All right, where are my cool Undertones people at? We are starting on this one, so you will grab your paint strip, do the same thing, and cut it up just to make it a little easier if you want. And Debbie is going to be starting with the blue. I love this blue, and she's adding some mint chip to it and some of the Monet's Garden, just a little bit because of how dark it is. She's going to use that spray bottle again to drag it out and apply it to this first box. How pretty is this color? Now she is going to go heavy on the dark green and the blue, mixing it. It's about 50-50 that she did with this one. And she's going to apply this right underneath the first box. If you have never used DIY paint before, I really recommend this kit. It just is great to be able to work with a lot of the colors and create different shades and have those little postcards to write down your favorite colors. It is a great kit. And you guys, honestly, I love seeing all these colors and all the different shades. So please, if you guys do this kit, you need to post them and you need to tag us on Facebook, because I want to see all the colors that you guys create, because I know that there can literally be hundreds of different colors just within these 2 different types of kits. So Debbie is not washing out her brush, she's using the same palette and just adding a little bit of Petticoat Pink to create this beautiful pastel green. For this box, Debbie applied the color and I think it was too similar to the one above it, so all she did was add a little bit more white, mix it up, and add it on top, and it changed the color. Keeping the palette the same, Debbie is just adding a tiny bit of blue. Again, using that spray bottle to apply the paint, and it will just go on beautifully like butter. For this next box, Debbie is just adding a little bit of purple to the palette and using the water, mixing it up, and this color is awesome. I would name this color after the song Deep Purple. Our paint does dry fast, so again, activate it by the water, and now she's going to be adding some pink to the palette. I feel like this color is so pretty and would look so good on a dresser. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can totally just have fun with it and just keep adding different ratios of the colors to just bring out that contrast between them and have fun. After applying this color, Debbie wanted to change the shade of it, so she just added some more red to the palette, some water, and applied this color on top. And you can see how easy it will just go right over it and be able to switch the shade. Now Debbie is going to be changing up the shades. She's going to soften it out. She's just going to add some more white to the mixture. She added more of the red, and you can see all the different shades of purple that she is creating. If you guys have either one of these kits, you will find a color key reference for all the colors that we are using and the names of them. If you don't, we are going to have the names of all the colors that are in both of these kits in the description box, so you can follow along. So Debbie is going to finish out this chart with just some pastel colors. She's adding some green to this palette to create a pastel purple, and I just love how this one is coming out. I can't decide if I like the warm tones better or the cool undertone color chart kit better. I love both of them. Let me know what you guys think and which ones you guys have. I cannot wait to see pictures of how your guys' turned out. Again, I am going to drop the link in the description box to purchase these kits and to find a local retailer near you. I always have so much fun with you guys talking along with these kit videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or comments or feedback or anything, please leave them in the comment box in this YouTube video, and we will see you guys soon in the next video. I hope you guys all have a great Easter and spend time celebrating with whatever you do, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye!